This video will demonstrate how to work with the subparts of an object in the scene and code editors of Alice 2. In Alice 2, a 3D model class defines many objects made up of other objects or subparts. These subparts, for an example an object's head, arms, and legs, can move, turn, and roll as any other Alice object. If you would like to work along with this demonstration, pause the video and create a new project in Alice 2 using the grass template. From the Garfield gallery, select and add John to the project. Position John and the camera for a close-up of John. In the Properties panel, select the Affect Subparts checkbox. Click on John's head. Notice that a bounding box appears around his head. Click on the Properties tab in the Details panel. Click on the Filling Style menu and select Wireframe. Notice the blue, red, and green axes. It is important to understand the subparts of objects also have their own orientation and move, turn, and roll based on that orientation. The blue axis is indicating forward for John's head, the red axis is pointing to the right, and the green axis is pointing up for John's head. You may select a subpart by clicking on it, as we have shown, or by clicking the appropriate joint from the object tree. Select the object in the Object menu, and use the plus signs to expand the list and find the subpart you wish to work with. Here we see that John's head has been selected. A subpart often contains other subparts with generally the same orientation. For example, John's left arm has a left forearm and a left hand. Return John's head to its normal view by clicking on the Properties tab in the Details panel and selecting Solid from the Filling Style menu. A subpart may be manipulated by using the different mouse tools available in the Scene Editor. These may create some interesting effects. Remember to use the Undo button whenever you put a subpart into a position or orientation you do not like. You may also manipulate the properties of a subpart by using the menus of the Properties panel. Using one-shot procedures will allow us to have more precise control of subparts as we set them up for our scene. Right-click on the right arm tile, select Methods, John, Torso, Right Arm, Turn. From the pop-up menus, select Backwards as the turn direction, and select 1/4 revolution for the amount of the turn. John's right arm will now be extended in front of him, ready for our program. Now we will demonstrate how to position the subparts of an object in the code editor as part of an animation. Return John's arm to his side using another one-shot, and return to the code editor by clicking on the Done button. From the object tree in the code editor, select John's right arm if it is not already selected. Click on the Methods tab, select the right arm turn method, and drag it into the editor. From the drop-down menu, select Backwards as the turn direction, and select 1/4 revolution for the amount of that rotation. Play the program. John's right arm will raise as part of the animation. In this video, we have looked at how to work with the subparts of an object in Alice 2, allowing you to pose them in the Scene Editor or to animate them in the code editor.